Hey everyone, how you doing today? So I thought I would do part two on this build, or basically a satisfactory playthrough, and I'm kind of excited. This time, the goal is to build a more legitimate factory versus this contraption I've got over here. So in the last video, it was basically setting all this up to get basic resources coming in. And now I have a location kind of picked out where there's a couple iron deposits I'm going to have to get to and start the factory. I just want to make sure when I get there I've got materials so I can actually start building a lot of stuff. And the objective of this factory, of course, it's going to be on foundation. It's going to be try to be a lot more organized and optimized for the right ratios of parts and things that are made. Eventually, I want to put a ceiling on it and some nice doors and things that I don't have unlocked yet. So right now, I basically have the foundations, and I have several of the main parts that I need for the factory unlocked at this point. So I don't really want to necessarily start another research yet until I get this other thing done here. And I just want to make sure that I do have what I'm going to need. I'm going to need a lot of certain things like these reinforced iron plates. And part of the job of this new factory is to build these pieces and also some rotors. So I'm kind of excited, really excited. I just hope it goes well. Again, I'm kind of a noob at this, so and if I could fly, it's a whole lot easier. But again, I think I brought that up in the last video. There's an option. There's advanced settings when you set up a game. A lot of options in there. One of them is flight. I tried it a little bit, and it's really cool for laying out factories. It gives you a bird's eye view, so you can see what's going on a little bit better. But at the same time, if you keep using the flight, it really detracts from a lot of the other game because you don't really have to walk around anymore. You can just fly everywhere and grab everything. So it kind of takes away that excitement and exploration and the dangers that you might have if you're walking on the ground. All right, so I've got a bunch of these frames here. One thing I want to make sure is I'm gonna hop in here and I want to make sure that I can build a few of these and a bunch of constructors. So I'm gonna need some of these rotors and probably even more of that iron plate yet. So I figured I'd just get this out of the way before I go out there and try to do it, and because I might be lacking a lot of stuff. Actually, let's see if there's probably some other parts here I better grab here. Some more screws. Don't really have a lot of screws saved up right now, but I do need to build some of those rotors. Oh man, I can only build 3 right now. That's not good. I wonder if I should go over there and start it and then come back and pick up another bunch of materials. Okay, so as in the location of this, taking a look at the map here, I think where I want to go is right up in this general area here. Let's add a... Oh, if I add a map marker, it puts it where I'm at and not that location. Okay, I don't really want to do that. So, well, basically, I'm just going to head north for now. And hopefully this other thing keeps running for a little while. It'll probably die at some point, and that'll be a great time to refill all the biofuel and things like that. And I'm going to be doing a lot more exploring at some point here, too. But right now, I'm just kind of invested in trying to get all this main stuff rolling. And might as well pick up some wood while I go. Oh, we got someone nasty over here. Get him? No, I didn't get him. Oh yeah, he's dead. Okay. A plasma splitter. Well, that hurt. I got half health. I think I can eat some food though to get my health back here. I might want to do that a second. Let's take away the chainsaw. I got 5 of these things I can chomp on the way. Alright, let's get the chainsaw back. Eventually you open up more slots for these items and things too, so this is kind of temporary. There's a lot of upgrades. I mean, I don't even know the extent of everything in this game here. It's pretty extensive. I don't know what to say about that, especially by seeing what people are doing with this game. Holy smokes. I don't know if you've seen some of those big super factory videos out there of various just mega factories and things that people are producing. Alright, so I'm not quite in the right spot. I got a little off track there. I do have some alien DNA spitter things, which makes it all better. As in the bad guys in this game, I haven't really found, and maybe there is, but I haven't really found anything that's super, like, crazy difficult. I don't think it's meant to be, like, super challenging that way. Just enough to add in a little bit of adventure and excitement, like fighting these guys. So I think this is the area. I want to make sure. Okay, so that's saying pure. Okay, both these are pure, which is perfect. So when and there's another one. Oh, man. That's just cool. I didn't even realize there's 3 over here, and they're all pure. All right, this is going to be really cool. So I want to build a factory that direction. I guess the first thing I'm going to do is kind of prep these things up a little bit. Get a couple miners placed. Oh, I don't even know if I built the right stuff for the miners yet. I guess it's not super important, but let's see if I can actually make these. No, I don't have the portable miners. I'll remedy that in a little bit. So anyway, we've got 2 and a third one. In this factory, I'll probably use all 3 of those, plus maybe some other resources around. I'm not scared of doing like second floors, but for the first part of this factory, it doesn't need a second floor. I think I got a design in my head that I'm hoping works. I kind of tried it a little bit, but this might be a little bit of a variant of what I tried before at a practice thing. And I was also flying when I was doing the practice thing, so it did make it easier. So what I do know is I want this a total of 8 of these blocks wide. We'll just call these foundations blocks here. So I think we're at 5. Ooh, I don't want it. I don't want that rock in the way, though. That rock. I don't know how to. I don't know if you can ever remove the big rocks in this game, which could be problematic for sure. I am going to get rid of this tree, though. All this stuff over here. Oh, except I didn't bring any biofuel. Of course, I didn't bring any biofuel. Why'd I have done that? You know. All right. Well, looks like it's pretty cleaned up anyway. Let me get on top of here. So what are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're kind of there. I think if I went out 2 more block rows this direction, and it's going to be a lot deeper than this too. Kind of setting up some groundwork here, and then I want to do places that are going to intake in the stuff. And for that last iron vein over there, maybe there'll be an extension that goes on the side of the factory off to that direction to use those materials. All right, so in measuring here, so I just want to make sure I got the full 8 blocks. So I got 4 there, 4 here. All right, so what I want to do here is I want to get a splitter in the center of blocks, a couple blocks here. So this one here, this is kind of, we'll make it nice and centered, I think. That'll probably be the best thing. Now, eventually, you can unlock a part where you can have like a metal wall piece, and it's got like a conveyor belt inlet in it. In fact, there's a few different variations of that part, so you can do nice looking stuff, bring stuff into a factory in a pretty way. But right now I'm not going to be super concerned about the walls. My biggest thing is trying to make sure when I place this stuff I actually have it aligned correctly. That's going to be the biggest thing. Okay, so now basically we're coming in from these 2, and those are, I believe, are going to start out at 60 iron ore per minute. But if they're upgraded to an MK2 version, they'll do 120. So I kind of want to prep this whole factory over here to deal with 120, although it's going to be at like half capacity when I first put it together, until I can unlock the better miner and the better belts actually too. Okay, so this is phase 1 here, and we want to get in 4 smelters here. So what I'm going to do is we're going to try to center these nice and neat too. I want to make sure they're centered with the splitter, and we're going to have one there, and we're going to put another one centered in this block here. Now at some point, you know, some of this probably could be compressed a little bit more, but right now I'm just trying to, and I'm trying to make it nice and neat and laid out and by the numbers, you know. So I don't want to waste anything. I don't want to have anything sitting around waiting for stuff that isn't happening or whatnot with like all the build times and things like that. So it's really about just trying to get this right. And it looks like I've got this one off a little bit. So let's get back in there and get a smelter in. I also want to pay good attention to what direction I have things facing too, because it's easy to get that, well, easy for me to get that wrong. I've got it wrong before, and I was like, why can't I run this belt into here? Oh, because it's flipped the wrong way, kind of thing. All right, so we've got 4 smelters. Now we're going to connect these, and this should make a reasonably good-looking belt. I realize that if I run the belt to about this position into a block, then I'll get a nice corner on it, and I'm going to try to keep to that corner routine on all these. And basically try to make everything semi pretty. Again, I have no experience on making like nice pretty like what you see in the videos of other players out there that really know this game well. So all right, so now we've got one belt is going to go into 2 smelters. Is that enough though? Or should it actually be going into 3 smelters? Because if I do go to MK2 miners, well, hold on. Each one of these, let's say I set it to that, does 30 per minute. I believe I can get 120 per minute off from these, so that's not good enough. That is not good enough. I technically actually need 4 smelters to really do it. But I'll tell you what, I'm not gonna add those other smelters yet. But I'll just kind of keep that in mind. I can alter that belt and probably build this out. This rock could be a big problem, though. I'm a little concerned about that, but I'll see how this goes. Anyway, let's get some more foundations laid out here. And eventually, like I said, going to get walls on here. I'm going to try to even eventually probably try to make it look nice with some other things. Stuff I don't have unlocked yet. So. Alright, so once we get through there, oh man, I still got a smelter off. Oh man, I did it again. I thought I placed it right this time. I guess not. Well, just gotta be accurate. Man, you get one thing off early on and it'll screw up everything else from there on. And I don't want that. So I gotta make sure the lines are, okay, that should be the correct position. Basically just trying to eyeball these lines that it's drawn in to get these positioned right. So I know all these, this is all pretty solid here right now. Let me set these to iron as well. And I know you can do that. I can look at one, I can hit Control C, like you're copying and pasting, and I can look at this one and hit Control V, and that sets the recipe into it. So that's a quick way to do it, so you don't have to go through the menu if you want. Alright, so from here, I want to split this up a little bit. So, from what I know, and let's just put down, we're going to put down a lot of constructors up here now. And I just got to keep them out spaced a little bit. Actually, no, not constructors yet. Well, that does 30. Well, this is where it gets a little bit tricky, but not too bad. Okay, let's put down a constructor. Say we want this one to make iron plate, and I'm going to have a couple of these doing that. So iron plate does it 30 per minute. That's exactly what the smelter does, so that should be right, actually. So we got 30 of those per minute. On the other side over here, just to keep the organization a little bit better, I'm going to need other parts than just iron plates to build the piece I'm trying to build out of here. So I'm going to run this one into a splitter. And let's get the arrows right and it's centered properly. And this is going to be a little wasteful in room, I think, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, so I think that's right. Is that right? Yeah, I think that's right. Okay, so now we got this will come into here, and then take the 30 that is going to do a minute and split it into two 15s essentially, and then we're going to add in some more constructors here, and they should line up unless I place the other constructor wrong. No, it should be good. There it is. Okay, so how far back can I push these? Looks like I can actually go to that position there. Let's try it. And another one right on the side here, lined up to that one. Alright. So you can go straight off from there into there, and you can go straight off from, actually, not quite. Let's get it lined up here and make a nice curvy piece. The other side's going to be the same, just symmetrical to this side, essentially. So now, so now we're building plate from. Oh, that's not set, and we're building plate here. Get that connected up, and then these two constructors are both going to be building the iron rods. This is where it's going to get a little bit more tricky, because now one of these iron rods is going to be converted into screws. So it needs another layer of constructors in front of one of these. And I don't know 100% if I got my ratios right here, but we'll see what happens. It's really fun kind of building this out and then eventually turning it on and see if you got everything right or not. It's always fun if you do get everything right. On the center, I'm just going to leave that a little barren right now, I think, with the foundations. I'm getting a little bit low on resources, too. And I'm not sure if I'm going to have things go upstairs yet. I was thinking about actually having another layer over the top of this at some point. I really got to remove that tree, too. That's going to be a problem. So, here, let's just keep on working on this. Oh, man, I got a tree over here, too. Oh, I need biofuel. Can I? Here, I got an idea. We've got this open area in the middle, which possibly could be a place where I kind of set up shop at some point. We'll see. Or like where I'm going to work out of, but I'm not sure about that yet. Might be on the side somewhere else. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I don't want to run all the way back yet, so I'm going to try to put in a temporary crafting bench so I can build. Oh, wait. This will help with some of it, but I'm also going to need an equipment workshop, I think, too, temporarily. And again, this I'm going to remove this stuff here. But what I do need to do is build some of these. I think I just need 2 of these right now. And then God, was there anything else? Oh, biofuel. Yes, I wanted some biofuel. Oh, and now the whole line shut down. Darn it. I was just going to make a little bit of this so I could power up the chainsaw and cut these trees out of the way here without running back. But I got to run back anyway since everything's shut down. This is really slow to make these things, isn't it? Not so bad, I guess. Okay, that's plenty. Good enough. All right, chop. I think if you got a tree coming through a foundation like that, it'll screw up you trying to place any equipment above that area. All right. Well, I better run back. I better run back and fix the main line. I do try to avoid as much running as I can, but I mean, yeah, in this case here, it's kind of a bit problematic. I want to avoid the toxic chemical thingies or cloud or whatever is going on over there. I don't know if you can eliminate that stuff or not. You might be able to. There's so many things in the game, and so much I haven't seen or experienced yet. With transportation, too, the only thing I've really ever done is done belts. I've never really had much else. I did unlock some kind of transport vehicles before, but I didn't use them. And I might try that kind of thing in this build, though. I'd really like to be familiar with all the different mechanics to know what works out best for each setup. And there's vast distances between resource nodes and things around too. Okay, so here I just basically want to suck up any biofuel that it might have made. Quite a bit, actually. And get this stuff going, and then build some more parts and head back. So let's split these up. We'll get that all nice and filled up. And we got another one right here. Still had some stuff in there, but let's just, I might have enough to just fill these things up with like 200 a pop. We're pretty close. Yeah, why not? Let's just keep this going as long as we can without maintenance. And I should be able to power the whole thing back on now. And let's top off this one too. Another 100. Okay, so everything's full, and then I've got biofuel for my chainsaw as well. Let's check one last thing. I want to see how it's doing with its wood biofuel. And it looks like it's still got wood to work with, so I'm going to give it a little bit more, and I'll save the leaves for the next run. Put some crap away here. I pretty much just don't need on me, and I would like to produce more rotors before I head back, and more concrete's welcome too. Okay, so I want a minimum of 8 of these, but I'm thinking actually 16 would be, I think, what I'm trying to do on this first part of this factory over here. I might as well just do that before I head back. I can build them over there too, I suppose, but and hopefully after this factory's done, I'll never have to build this or that other piece again. Is the plan here. Beyond that, I do want more of this. It takes 8 each. 8 times 4, that'd be 32 plus the constructors. So I probably need at least 40 or so of this stuff, maybe a little more than that. Let's get it to, I'm not sure if I can produce 40. Yeah, I can. I'll stop at 40. If I need more, I'll build them over there. Alright, back north again. Like a nice day out. That's one thing I've noticed, that the game does not do weather. I haven't seen different weather. Different biomes, of course, have the weather is different, or the whole look of it. But I don't believe that it changes a whole lot with weather in the game. It doesn't need to. I mean, it's a factory game, but yeah. I'm trying to save up some of those things too. I think I need some of those for research and things like that. So there's more iron. Oh, you caught me off guard. Oh, there's your shell. All right. So there's more iron there, but those weren't the ones I was just working on. In fact, I gotta go this way more. So up here. Oh, we got a copper ore mine here too. I don't know if I should bother fighting him or not. What am I getting? Am I getting lost? How did I not see the... Where the heck am I? Alright, I thought... Did I go too far? Oh, it's down there. Jeez. So I went all the way up on this hill over here. Have noticed the game is pretty easy with fall damage. You can get hurt a little bit, but it's not, definitely not severe. Alright, so at this part here, we've got what we need to build these miners and get them in place here too, so might as well do that. And that is directly facing that way, which is exactly how it should be. Let me clean this up. Alright, so for now, it's going to look a little janky until I have some more pieces. So, but basically I'm going to run that into that one, and this one is going to go into that one. And that should get the whole line going. Alright, so now let's move on here. Get that out of the way. Okay, on this side I want to do the same thing. I want to have one of these, probably the inside constructor building metal plate. And we'll get that there. I want to make sure it aligns to the ones on the other side. Keep it all symmetrical. And then this side has to go to a splitter. And that should be, not sure where I put the splitter on the other side. Did I put it back one or did I center it? I might have centered it. Can't remember what I did here. It's not like important for functionality. Okay, I did center it. Alright, that's cool. I should just use that as a standard to make it a little easier. And I don't know if there's a way to be flying around building this, because it does make it a lot easier to see what's going on. Like in my background with like factory games is pretty much just Factorio and a little bit of Dyson Sphere. So those are the ones I'm familiar with, especially Factorio. So this game obviously is a little bit different than that. Okay, so I think that would be, so I'm lined up there. I think I'm lined up to the one back there too on the other side, but I'm not 100%. So how does that look? Looks like I stuck. I should go back one unit here. So the outer edge of this is there. Yeah, I think that would be exactly the same as the other side. Yeah, that looks right. Okay. Alright. So I think, so far I think all this is going to work out. Get this connected up. And then the last thing I'm going to do is put in power. I'll try to get that organized decently too, if possible here. Okay, so I think all connections are in. Make sure I got everything set. And you're going to be doing plates, and you two are going to be doing rods. Okay. Alright, so the next part here, get some more foundations in place. And that's one thing about this game. When I first started playing it too, I was trying to do everything small, and now it just does not work. You get things really big in this game. Alright, so we've got all these basic products. Oh wait, no, I'm not done with this other side yet. It needs, actually both these sides, one of these needs to have screws. I'm trying to think on how I should do that. So this already branched off. Okay, this one's doing rods, so do I want screws on the far side here? I think so. That'll be the best spot. Let's say we put another constructor there. That'll take the rods, turn them into screws. And same thing goes for the other side. Okay, we got 3 different metal pieces being built, essentially. I'm going to bury that plant there with foundations, I think, for now. And bring this out another row this way. All right. Now looks like it's fairly organized. All right, so now the next machines, the assemblers. God, how do I want to do this? So I got that one kind of sticking all the way out over there, and that is building screws, which will be needed for. I'm gonna just spread this out a little bit more. This is my early factory. If I could go for a redesign at some point here, but right now I just kind of want to make sure it's organized and works, of course. So it might be a little bit bigger. I'm sure if I really was running around, I could probably put all these machines a little bit definitely tighter together than what I am doing right now, but this will make it easy to work on. Alright, so let's set up. We're going to need a bunch of these. I'm planning on putting in 4 assemblers all the way through here. So, and should I put them to the outer edges or should I line up? It'd be kind of neat if I lined up one, like how it is now. I think it's lining up to there. Let's see what that looks like. Place down. Okay, so that goes to the edges there. And let's say this assembler is going to make reinforced iron plate, which is metal and screws. So we got our screws here ready. Put that in there. And I'm going to put another assembler next to it. I guess I'll just put it as close as I can to it for now. And this one is going to do a rotor, which is the pipe and screws. So, okay, the screw thing, I'm going to have to do something about this. Let's elevate the screws, and we'll, yeah, I think that'll be a plan. Because I got to run like another line here and another line there, and I got to get screws to each one of these. So yeah, let's elevate it. Meaning, I will use a lift. These lifts are pretty cool. I didn't understand these exactly when I first started playing this game, but you kind of place it, you put it where you want it, like there, and then you can use your mouse where you can scroll this around. You can raise or lower this. I don't think I need to go up very high with this, so I'm just going to keep it at its minimum height distance. And we're going to put one like that there. And the other side's going to need the same thing, so I might as well just attach it to there right now. Like that. And then where I'm going to be feeding screws in to the other side, I'm going to put one of these there and have it facing that way. Oh, but I don't think I'm going to have enough room for a splitter. It's going to need a splitter in there too. God, I don't think it'll fit. I can try though. I will try. It would be nice if it did, but I just have a feeling it will not allow me to get one in there. No, that's too tight. Alright. Unfortunately, I got to move this. So let's add some more foundations here. I'll just keep a gap in the middle for now, I guess. Alright, so back in placing of the assemblers. There's something about this game too. When you first build a line, and from what it is when you start versus what it is after you get it all optimized and look at it, especially from a bird's eye view, you can really do some things. So is that where I want that? How about here? I think that should leave enough room to set up this thing. And then more of these. Something like that. How do I want to do it here? So that should be the rods. That is the plate. Let's just keep it so it's the same on both, I guess. Have the screws going to the outsides of each of these. Okay, so the next part is this should perfectly line up to there. And then I can add a splitter. I'll leave just enough room. Doesn't seem to like lock into any particular like grid setup here though, so a little bit ad hoc, but I think that should work. Well, let's see actually. What kind of curve does that make? Look a little crooked. I think it is a little crooked. Of course, it doesn't matter, but again, trying to go for a little bit of prettiness here, so let's try to get this splitter a little bit tighter on there. I just got to make sure I got enough room to add a belt to connect it to the lift piece there. That looks pretty straight. Okay. Alright, so that'll get us screws to both of these. Let's set these again. This is supposed to be a rotor. It's going to be a plate. So now, the only thing this one needs is... ooh, this is going to be kind of backwards too, isn't it? I got to get the screws, or the rods, into this side here. And I got to get the plate into that. Huh. It's kind of backwards. Let's change it. Let's change this. This is no longer going to build that. It's going to build this, and this is going to build the other piece. So now I should be able to run the rod straight into here. Yeah, it's not going to line up. No, it works. It's a long distance though. But big old angled beam there. I guess that works. And then this side here would have that. It will be at a formation. There's kind of a lot of waste though. A lot of wasted area. Ah, that's okay. It's like kind of like sort of the first legitimate, or I'll try to be legitimate factory. So, you know, I can't expect perfection yet. I'm sure, especially if I could look at it from the top down and figure it out, I could probably make it smaller and just more organized, generally speaking here. Okay, so we're going to do about the same thing. Did I put those all the way up to the edge? I don't think I did. I think I lined it up to that, yeah. So it wasn't all the way to the edge. Okay, so that I'm looking at the two green lines, one on the right side of the screen and one on the left. That should be the right position. And then another one right next to it. And I'm out of materials for 1 sec. That should be good, and then we're going to do rotor and reinforced plate. Oh, what did I do? So I picked the wrong thing there. That. Splitter. Close to the edge there. Just gotta have enough room because you still gotta have a... Oh, actually I don't need a connector belt in there, do I? It's already connected. Kept on thinking I had to put another belt in there, but that's not actually technically true. That looks pretty lined up though. Alright. And then the rods. Yeah, the rods go here. And then the plate goes here. Okay. Now, that'll make these products here. And I'm half tempted to put them in boxes right now. But if you put the two together on each side, like I could run. Well, I know you need it for the after you get the space elevator in, you need to have these two combined into one other thing using one more assembler, which will make it really easy setup. But I think for the time being, I'm just going to put the parts in boxes right now. I don't need those other parts yet, but I'll add on and make it transition to that. Oh, I'm out of plate now. Darn it. Run out of resources again. Alright. Son of a gun, I gotta run back. Yeah, no more plate. Alright. South, the hub's this way. And you know what? While I'm here too, I really should just add a map icon here. Let's new map marker. Oh, I guess you can put them anywhere you want. So there. Oh, you can even get it a name. Oh, I can do things with it. I'll just call it Iron Factory. Iron Processing 1. I guess I can change the name later, I'm sure. Looks like you can do some other things here, change icons and stuff too. Oh, cool. Got quite a few different icons. Didn't realize that. Here, oh, that looks like a sure. Just pick that. Cool. All right, apply. So yeah, now we've got a actual marker. Almost there. So I'm gonna gather some more materials. Make sure everything's still rolling over here. Make sure biofuel's going. Still gonna be a little bit before I can get to coal power, but once you do get to coal, your power problems are gonna be a lot. Well, you won't have to do any manual work anymore once you get it set up, put it that way. Probably should have been picking things on the way. We're really good on power yet. Check the biofuel situation. See if it's still producing. Okay, I think it's done with that. So we're gonna change the production to use leaves now. And we will load this up. If you hold down control when you hit this, it'll put in all of that the same kind of thing as well. I think so it's a little bit quicker there. So that should keep on going and make more and more biofuel, which I'm getting a good stockpile of that built up now. Grab all the stuff. Now, once I get this factory running, I'll make sure I hit some more researches, but I should be able to bang off a few pretty quickly, is the hope. Let's put that away. I just do try to keep the not too much junk in my inventory here. Alright, so our icon, so pretty much that direction there. Not quite due north, a little bit to the west. And navigation is going to matter a lot too. This again, I think I stressed on the first video, this map is big. This little distance I'm going here, this is nothing. It's pretty cool that way though, and I'm sure it's big because there's a lot of mass transit things such as trains and things too. There's a lot of, and I think there's drones and trains and all kinds of ways to move things around from one location to another. All right, so we've got our metal. Let's put in a couple boxes for now. In fact, you know, yeah, let's, God, do I want to do that? No, I don't want to shift them all. I kind of want to put them in the same box, but I probably shouldn't right now, because I'm going to eventually change what it's building with these parts, and then I'll be in a good situation doing it not moved across to the same box. Wind up. I'm having a hard time seeing the... There it is. That must be it. Visually looked off to me. As it is off. What the heck? Okay. Alright. There then, right? There. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so almost done with it. Well, with the first part of this. Might even add some walls here in a sec, but... And again, I kind of want to plot it out to use the space for another floor above. What's wrong here? Is that... These look aligned. Why can't I get a box here? Saying the floor is too steep. I didn't have the problem on the other side though. What's different? I don't know. I do not know what's different. Oh, now it's... Why is the floor too steep? A little confused on that one. So, okay, so we need another box here anyway, but I'm just trying to figure out why I didn't have that problem on this side. Can't see what I'm doing. Is that right? No, that's off. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. Alright. Not there. So here then? No. Gosh darn it. Okay, you know, there's another part I want to try this. I've never done this, and maybe this will help. There's a lookout tower. When you get the foundations unlocked, you get this thing, and it gives you a ladder you can climb up and peer down to try to place things. Maybe this would be helpful. I do get a little bit different view of it, so and I can edit things from a distance, so it kind of looks like it works. What in the heck? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with this one. Can I fall off here and not get hurt? Yeah, pretty much. Here, we'll just add a couple more of these things out there, and that'll fix the problem with these foundation pieces. And might as well just do the same on the other side here. Oh wow, you can place stuff at quite a distance away. Didn't quite realize that. Now, since I'm going through all this, well, nah, let's just finish. I was gonna alter it, but I was like, don't want to do that yet. I want to get this going. I want to do it in this video too, if all possible. Okay, that's center position there. There it is. Okay, so that should be the alignment. I think it's there. Yes. Okay. Alright, so they're connected. Alright, so I think if I didn't miss anything, we'll actually turn this on. We'll see how it goes too. Speaking of turning it on, gonna need a lot of power. A lot of power for all this. That's something I kind of want to integrate into this this place as well here. Let's get rid of that. Now I've got a lot of open room in the center. I'm kind of wondering, should I incorporate some kind of power plant in here? Biofuel power plant. This big good spot for that. A lot of room. It's got a main drag that comes in here, so I could add like some doorways and things eventually. It would make me feel better of not wasting so much space. So I think I'm gonna try that. So let's put in a bunch of these. Don't exactly know how many I need, but I would guess around 6 to 8 of these things. And I just want to see if there's a way to align these nice in here, or maybe down one side. And that one belt there's kind of right in the way. Maybe I'll move that belt. We'll get like one there, one here. Or should I not do it here? Yeah, you know, I've got everything over there right now. Until I move that into a place I want to live in, or work out of, I guess you could say. I'll just I'll add more power over on the other side and run a line here. I think that'd be a better plan for now. And I might this might get kind of reworked at some point here too, but I want to get it up and going. So let's put in bunch of these things. Now right now, until I have the other parts, I can't really make this very pretty either with running power lines. But we'll get a couple like starters a little bit away from the wall. like about there. And kind of want to do the same over here. Just run it into one. And this will be like internal wiring eventually. Okay, a whole bunch more power poles are needed. Maybe I'll just run those on these. Let's get rid of that and that. Enough. Might be. Okay, so let's run that into that one. Oh, that one's off. There. I'm trying to have it so only one power line comes in the building. Okay, now a bunch of hookups. Let's try to not use that one if we can. Run these two to those two smelters. And the next line here to, oh, there's actually there's quite a few constructors here. Now let's try to go to the first two. Okay, so that fills that up. Then we got this here. We got two slots. That's probably not enough. So we got to get to that third constructor. Actually, no, this one here, it looks like. And then also that one. Okay, and then that to there. And there. I also want a pole kind of coming out the other side here, like but not right at the corner, but just tucked in a little bit. Just run the line to the first base area. Well, all right. I think that part is set up. So as in walls, don't have many options yet. There's a whole lot more walls and doors and things, but yeah, gonna do that. You can certainly add walls. It comes in these sizes. I think the trick is to go up about 2 blocks, and then you can do like a half block, and then have a ceiling, and you can actually these vertical lifts will go through the ceiling. There's even a deco part you can put there to make it look all nice and stuff too. That's something I learned recently with this game. So how to do like vertical creations, and same ideas like doing what was going on with this belt over here. All right, but anyway, I think everything is in here configured and ready to go. It just needs power. So I got to build out more power though. There's no way I can power this up with what the current power is. So I'm going to do a janky line that goes to the first base. Again, this will probably get redone at some point, but I just want to get maximum distance I can on a single pole here, about there. Just kind of run this straight up. And I don't really care where it connects to this at this time. That's probably going to be another, well, the next planned project would be to start getting a good copper thing going as well. Probably integrated right into that factory, maybe even on another floor. And then a power, like a biofuel power generator setup. Right now I'm just going to kind of cheap out and get it all going over here next to what I've already got going here. And this is going to look kind of bad. Well, you know, I can put it on foundations. You know, I'm anticipating that I'll probably end up removing like literally everything that's over here pretty soon, but that doesn't mean we can't make things a little prettier. Might fit. I kind of wanted to get maybe enough room for 8 of the biofuel generators there. And I'm gonna get this pole out of here. I think I can't really run that up here because there won't be room. Okay, so power generators. I'm gonna need a lot of biofuel too. Which way do we want these facing? How about that way? This might actually be enough to get rid of those other ones. I don't think I need this many. I just rather have more than I need than not enough. And we're gonna need a lot more poles. These are gonna be ugly right now. So pole, pole, pole. Oh heck, another pole. I don't want to power this up or connect it until I get some biofuel in this whole thing. Okay, so I think we're ready for that. Let's get some biofuel. Got a lot of biofuel. Yes. So still making it. Looks like it. All right. So I don't have enough to put 200 in each, I don't think. So let's put at least 100 in. Save that other biofuel for later. Alright, so moment of truth. Actually, this is actually already powering that other thing, but I'm going to do a connection from that to this set up over here too. So now they're intertwined. Alright, so this already started. So I'm going to run back real quick to see if this line is working. I didn't have any power shutdowns here. I might take a look at how much power consumption I'm using. It'll fluctuate though once the products make it to the assemblers. They use quite a bit more power than a regular constructor. All right, I'm not seeing stuff on the belts. That's not good. So what is wrong? Or do we have a breakdown? Oh, and then we blew a fuse? Are you kidding me? What happened? Really? That wasn't enough power for this? Did I never turn them on or something? I'm confused. Why did I lose power? I shouldn't have lost power. That should have been more than enough. Alright. Gotta run back again. Darn it. Sorry about that. Didn't expect that. Not sure what happened. Why did I lose power? Unless the eight of those wasn't enough? It should be. Did I not wire them all together? Oh, these end ones aren't even connected. Oh, okay, so I screwed up something back over here. So it looks like the answer, it needs more than 6. No, no, they are connected. What happened here? What's not working? I guess nothing's working. Why did it stop? All of you have... You're still running. These are running. It's this that died. I thought they were connected. And they have biofuel. Everything has biofuel. Do I have something not? Okay, so something's wrong with my wiring. Like this isn't connected to that. I screwed up this somewhere here. Alright, so let's get rid of this line. And okay, so this, let's just keep that separate. I guess right now they're separated. And let's try to reset this one. Okay, so this should just be the base, this stuff here. And this whole cluster of parts should be just for the other side, in which it needs to be connected to there. I think I just wired something wrong is all. Because I'm looking at this and it's like capacity 240 megawatts. It'll probably go up higher than this number once those assemblers start, but I think I ran the line, like I connected that whole base to like this and didn't have this connected. So I think it's just another total screw up on my part. Let's see what happens now. I guess because it turned on and stayed on for a bit, I thought it was right, but I should have double checked that a little bit more. that power setup's probably going to move over here too. In fact, everything's going to probably move over here, and I want to have this a big factory that's lots of floors tall eventually. But this will be like the part of the bottom floor running two mining nodes. All right, so what is going on? Do we see? Okay, we see things moving now, which is definitely a good sign. Okay, so I'm seeing screws, I'm seeing pipes, I'm seeing the plates. It looks like this one is getting what it wants to make a reinforced iron plate, and this is getting what it wants to make some rotors. And it looks like screws are the hang up. So it's kind of waiting on screws more than anything else right now. But it has more rods than it needs. I think I can fix that. I think I can change the ratio in a way to potentially fix it. This side's not working over here at all, though, is it? Oh yeah, it is. Got that, and that. Okay. You're looking good. Did I already produce any parts? Yes. Okay, we got some reinforced iron plate in there. Got a rotor in here. I think it works. I think it's alive. I don't think it's optimized, but I think it's alive. Okay, so its failure point, well, I wouldn't say failure, but its point of not being super optimized is the fact that it's not making enough screws versus the number of rods, I think. Yeah, it's taking a lot longer for it to fill up the screws, which is slowing down the whole line, and it's making too many rods, which will eventually back up on this belt here. So, ideas to fix that. Well, I got some room here, which is wonderful. I think I'm going to try to incorporate something in here in a minute. Just try to get this a little more optimal. So what I'm going to do is, God, how is that going to work? I want to put in another splitter to split up the rods, take half of the rods, turn them into screws, dump them on the screw line, and then run the rods back into where they were going. Easier said than done, of course, but I think it can be done. We got to start here with a splitter. But I don't have a lot of room either, which is a bit problematic here. I'm just thinking on how I can pull this off and have it work. Okay, so we're going to need one more constructor into the mix. But it's going to have to split up the rods before it gets here. But this kind of blocks. Oh, and I don't have. I don't have some plate. I can get that. We got plate makers now. Oops. How do I do the? How do I run this? I have to split and then go out. There's not a lot of room though. Let's try this. Let's see what happens. If I put down a constructor, we'll try to line it up there. I'm gonna have to replicate. If this works, I'll try to replicate it to the other side too. Alright, and then let's put in a splitter. I'll manually place it this time, I think. So splitter facing that way, split up before it gets into this constructor, centered on that piece. Go into here, go into here. So you should still be getting Oh, that's the plate. Oh, wrong line. Whoopsie. I didn't want to split this one up. Let's get you back to where you're going. It would have to be this one over here that gets split up. Screws. 40 per minute. 10 per minute. Kind of a bit of a design flaw here on that. The screw and rod ratio is off. I'm not entirely sure how to fix that without kind of reinventing the wheel a little bit here. In fact, I would like to come up with a design where this is takes up less space and gets the same thing done as well. But now I'm just kind of at that point where it's like, how do I really optimize this? I got an idea though. Okay, let's try. Don't want to give that up yet. Let's put in another constructor. No, that won't even work. I was gonna split up that and then try to send some screws up there, but how's that gonna work? Unless I put screws in. I would have to, no. Kind of ruling that out. What I'm trying to do, I think I would kind of have to figure out how these front machines are laid out and double up the screws somehow. Or take half of the product from the rods and turn them into screws. Well, anyway, it does work, and that's cool. I think at this point I'll let this run for a while because it's I think it should be happy, and I can refuel it from the other base here. I'll just grab all the parts that it's made so far. And this will make it really easy because I'm going to need to make smart plating using rotors and the reinforced plates. And all I got to do is put them together here. And I got to get a space elevator somewhere. And maybe I'll just feed them straight into the space elevator from here to get that phase done. So not much of a very elaborate factory. And in fact, I almost want to think about it, kind of redesign it a little bit at this point. But you know, you got to start somewhere. You got to. I thought this was going to work, but yeah, that screw rod ratio is the thing that's not really doing it, not really working right. And maybe I should have just split it up where I try to keep everything symmetrical, but maybe I would have been a better plan to have one side just do plate and the other side just do rods, and you'd have had 4 lanes of rods, and then it would be easier to feed in 2/3 of them to make screws, I guess. Maybe. I like these little brain stumpers though. It's fun. Now, eventually, when you figure it out and you get it right, and then you really design a nice environment around it, get everything spaced out right and pretty, and then you can save it as a blueprint. Well, kind of. There's a blueprint creator kind of thing. I have not played with that yet, but I know it's in the game, and you got to unlock it like everything else. So I will be getting there eventually, and I think the blueprints are kind of made so you can kind of put things together more of in a modular way, which I really ought to think about. Excuse me there. Sorry about that. I really ought to think about that modularity too. But all right, so far everything's going along pretty good. Let's see. I want this sink bonus thing in here, so let's get that rolling. Probably should have done this a while back. I was using a lot of concrete. Bam.
Milestone reached.
Okay, I think before the end of this or video 2 here, the last thing I want to do is set up a temporary sink thing, and this sink thing's important. This is how I'm going to unlock a lot of the parts I was talking about, like the walls with the conveyor belt slots and things like that. So I need a couple things here, and I want it close by.
Examples of bonus content are parts, walls,
I think what I'm going to do, it takes up a little bit more room though. So I'm going to get that out of there and put it on the other side here. Great thing about this game though, you can pick up and move things. You don't get any loss of resources for doing it. Get all your stuff back. So it's like no big deal to temporarily throw something down and call it a day. Let's just dump that right there. Okay, so what I want for this is going to be kind of similar to the biofuel thing. Actually a little simpler yet. I want to put in a box, and this is a box I'm just going to load up with anything I don't want. I'll just say it goes here, and then we got to build another machine, a new machine, the awesome sink. And where's the input? There's the input. Okay, so we want the box to go into this thing. Let's do that around this corner here. Again, yeah. Once I get the actual place set up, it's gonna be nicer. Again, it's gonna be over there somewhere probably. Okay, so we got this going in place, and then I want to add in the awesome shop, and I just want to keep this close and handy right by where this thing is. A little bit out of the way though, since I do physically have to grab coupons out of this thing. Oh, tight on space here. That'll temporarily work. Okay. Alright, so as a test for this, well, we need power too. We need power in the area. Okay, so that's hooked up. Alright, so what do I have that's I don't want? How about some iron ore, iron ingots? I think that's about it now. I want to keep these around for the time being. Alright, so now let's put this stuff in the box. Oop, not that. No. How about that. And I got a lot of these right now. I'll give it some of that too, just to get this built up a little bit here. So now it's going to feed all this junk into here. This thing takes all that junk and it turns it into these coupon things. Like every piece that you put in, the more complexity, the more points you get. And once you hit like 1,000, you blow your fuse. No, I'm kidding. Damn it! Okay, so now I blew this fuse. Darn it. So now I don't have enough power in this section because I got that running now. So quick fix. Yeah, that's the ugliest placement ever. Alright. So power line there. Do I have fuel on me? I have fuel on me already. There, have some fuel. There you go. Alright, so back to that. It's going to eat up all this unneeded junk that you've got. It'll even eat up like old tools and stuff. And everything has a value, and then it works on building these points. Once you get to that, you get a coupon, and then when you grab the coupon and you go to the awesome sink here, I'm sorry, you go to the awesome shop, and then you can buy stuff like over here. I want probably the first thing I want is the conveyor walls. Really, really handy for exactly what I want to do. So you can gives you a nice position to set up conveyor belts through walls. There's gates and there's angled walls and windows and doors and different foundation pieces and architecture pieces, which are really cool for building nice looking stuff, and staircases and you name it. There's a lot of stuff in here. So basically I just kind of want to keep that rolling so I can keep on unlocking more things beyond the main tech trees as well. So that's kind of another thing. At some point maybe I'll just even like find some resource node somewhere to have it build something out of that, just push it right into that thing 24/7 to keep it going. Now there's another thing you can do to get a lot of points quickly though, and that is to take some of this these animal carapaces and things, and I think you can turn them into like this protein. You can also do color cartridges, and you could build a tool to color, recolorize everything. I might not have the tech to do that yet, but I thought there was another piece I could build with this stuff, that alien DNA thing. But I'm not, maybe not yet. Where did I do that at? Wait, it's, if I look at this, it's talking about this. DNA points to next coupon, 1,000. So I need to build those little DNA canisters, and I don't seem to be able to do that over here yet. I thought that unlocks at some point, or maybe I got to unlock some more things in the this thing over here. What is this? The NAM. Yeah, there it is. Oh, okay. So I need 5 of those. 5 of those. Okay, I got 2. So I need to kill some more animals, and then I can make more of those, and then I can build the other thing and upload that with even more points yet. So that's the next phase. But anyway, I think I'll call this video here. I got the main objectives done, not to perfection, but so far so good. Still got the still haven't moved. I don't want to move until I'm kind of ready. This area works for now. So other than that, I guess yeah, y'all have yourself a great day, and I will talk to you later.